Hi, welcome to Papa Ben Bedtime Story. Today, we're going to read a story called Biwar and the Dragon, written by Dian K, illustrated by Octavia Ayoe. Biwar, come and eat, Mom called Biwar. Okay, Mom, replied Biwar quickly. His tummy had been growling for a while. Oh no, sago worms again? I had enough of sago worms, Mom. Come on, just eat. I didn't feel so well. I couldn't hunt. I'm getting better now, so I'll hunt tomorrow. The next day, Biwar went hunting with his mom. She told him it was time for him to learn how to hunt. You're amazing, Mom. You can do anything, praised Biwar. Mom could only laugh at his compliment. It's just the two of us now. We have to work hard to survive. That day, they were lucky. They managed to catch a plump deer. The deer would be enough to feed them for the whole week. Dinner was delicious. It had been a while since they had deer meat. I think you're ready to hunt by yourself. What do you think? Asked Mom. Biwar nodded right away because he felt capable. Day by day, Biwar were getting better at hunting. He brought home a deer, a wild boar, and a ground mouse, one after another. His mom was very proud of him. One night, Biwar asked his mom, Mom, why do we live here? Don't you have family in the village, just across the river? He tried to pick his word carefully, because Mom always cried when Biwar asked about her family. Biwar's question made his mom sad. She said they could never return to their home village, but she never said the reason why. She just said she didn't want to see or cross the river. Biwar became eager to know. Since he was little, Mom never allowed him to go near the river. Now that I'm a grown-up, I can deal with anything, he thought. So he decided to find out what was in the river. In fact, there were a lot of fish in the river. The fish were plump and easy to catch. Biwar jumped into the river and started to spear the fish. Yippee! We can have fish for dinner tonight. Biwar brought home his catch. He was sure Mom would be delighted. The river was not dangerous, and it even provided them with food. However, it didn't go the way he thought. Mom was furious. She didn't want Biwar to go near the river. Biwar became puzzled. What was really going on? Eventually, Mom told him the story. Long ago, your dad and I crossed the river to find some sago. The sago stock in our village was nearly empty. However, on the journey, a dragon attacked and destroyed our boat. Your father drowned. Mom couldn't hold back her tears. Biwar hugged his mom in great sadness. The dragon gave a chase and tried to eat me. But, in a stroke of luck, I could manage to hide in the cave. Mom continued her story. Since that time, Biwar decided to search for the dragon. He wanted to seek payback for what happened to his dad. He also wanted to take his mom back to their home village. Biwar started practicing archery and spear throwing with a lot of effort. He also exercised regularly, so he would be strong enough to fight the dragon. After he felt ready to confront the dragon, Biwar bid farewell to his mom. Don't go, my child. Enough. I no longer want to return to my village. Both of us have found joy in our life here. However, no matter how hard his mom tried to prevent him to go, Biwar was determined. When Biwar arrived by the river, he beat his Tifa drum loudly. He hoped that the dragon would be disturbed and show itself. Yet the dragon remained out of sight and Biwar became exhausted. Biwar started to look for the dragon in the caves nearby. "Nothing here and nothing in that cave before. Where is it?" He looked around and suddenly he spotted something moving underneath the water. "Hey dragon, come out!" he shouted. A giant dragon appeared right in front of him. Biwar was immediately on guard, pointing his spear at the dragon. Strangely, the dragon didn't try to dodge. It instead closed its eyes, ready to be speared. Biwar lowered his spear. He wouldn't let an unfair fight, especially when the dragon unwilling to fight. "I saw you catch fish in this river. You resemble the man I had drowned years ago. I know one day you will seek to settle the score with me. I'm sorry, young one. I kindly request that you convey my apologies to your mother as well." The dragon closed its eyes, allowing Biwar to spear it. But ever since he was younger, Biwar was taught to forgive. He didn't spear the dragon, considering the dragon also had a family. Biwar threw away his spear. He felt really mad because his dad was gone, but killing the dragon wouldn't bring his dad back. Besides, the dragon had admitted its mistake and ready to accept the consequence. "Biwar, Biwar, where are you?" Mom called out as she was arriving by the river. "No, don't take away my child from me," Mom shouted when she saw the dragon in front of Biwar. Biwar hugged his mom. "Mom, calm down. It has apologized and asked for forgiveness. Let's leave the past hard feelings behind, okay?" Biwar then told the dragon about his wish to take his mom back to their home village. "I will take you there." "Really? You won't eat us on the way there, right?" Biwar felt a little bit anxious. The dragon laughed and led Biwar and his mom to climb up onto its back. In the end, Mom could reunite with her family. Biwar could also get to know his parents' family, whom he had never met before. The end. Thank you for listening and see you again in the next one. Bye.